Hi, I'm Yosef Solomon, and I'd like to share a short idea with you about Purim that I find personally very powerful and impactful. If you speak to anybody about Purim and you mention just the word Purim, everybody thinks about fancy dress and mosques. Now, while that's a lot of fun, most people view that as either a way to get children engaged in the holiday or some type of pagan tradition that crept into Judaism somehow or another. Now, nothing could be further than the truth. It's not Halloween. It's not the Jewish version of Halloween. It's really an ancient and deep tradition that's very, very powerful. Let me try and make it relevant for you. Look, I'll be the first one to say, if you just look at me, people's real dress is often a fancy dress too. You know how they say, clothes maketh the man? Yeah, what's your style? What's your suit? Which label? What's your brand? It says so much about you. Power ties, special colors, pinstripes, you know the deal. And people do dress to impress. You take that a step deeper. People also wear, well, I guess you could call them psychological masks. A fancy dress of the mind, so to speak. I'm the tough guy. I'm the sensitive guy. You know, she's special, whatever you say. Everyone seems to have some type of persona that acts as their fancy dress when they're in certain situations. Now, Judaism would say that all of that is, well, it's merely an outer shell. It's not the true self. Who I dress, how I put myself forward is not necessarily who I really am deep down inside. Now, where this gets really interesting is that the way we see ourselves is often not always so, it's not in the fore of our mind. And it actually becomes not only a mask that we present to others, but it also becomes a way that we see reality. It forms our perception. If I act as the tough guy all the time, and I don't realize that it's not really me, well, I start to see situations in life where I've got to be the tough guy, and maybe I didn't need to be. So we wear masks on Purim and fancy dress to make a ridicule of all of that. Because that's not the real thing, that's not the real deal, that's not who people really are. And that really connects back to the whole story of Purim. If you read the story in the book, in the Bible called Megillat Esther, you don't see Hashem's name. And even though we were saved by amazing events and coincidences that were totally miraculous but seemed natural, we understand that Hashem's mask, Hashem's camouflage, Hashem's fancy dress, so to speak, is His way of moving nature and Jewish history. And this is the connection to the fancy dress that we wear. So if you want to get, real with this idea, and you want to wear a fancy dress anywhere on Purim, I suggest be brave. Ridicule yourself. Ridicule that mask or that camouflage that you wear out to the outside world and make fun. And perhaps, the real you might just come out. Have a happy Purim.